Have you ever wondered why we feel jealous or insecure in our relationships? Let's delve into the intricacies of these complex emotions. Jealousy, that gnawing sense of envy, arises when we perceive a threat to something we value. In relationships, this often manifests as fear of losing our partner to someone else. Insecurity, on the other hand, is a deep-seated feeling of uncertainty or anxiety about oneself. It's the nagging worry that we are not enough, that we don't measure up in some way. These emotions don't exist in a vacuum. They are rooted in our psyche, shaped by past experiences and our sense of self. And they often come hand in hand, feeding off each other, with insecurity often fueling jealousy. Now, jealousy isn't a one-size-fits-all emotion. It can take several forms. There's reactive jealousy, the kind that flares up when a real threat to the relationship is perceived. Then there's suspicious jealousy, where there's no clear threat, but the mind conjures up scenarios, often influenced by insecurity. But how do these emotions manifest in our relationships? Well, jealousy can lead to controlling behavior, constant questioning, and even paranoia. It can create a toxic environment, suffocating the relationship. Insecurity, meanwhile, may lead to clinginess, a need for constant reassurance, or the opposite, a tendency to push people away out of fear of getting hurt. The emotional implications are equally profound. Jealousy and insecurity can lead to feelings of anger, sadness, and helplessness. They can erode our self-esteem and make us question our worth. The behavioral consequences include everything from withdrawal and avoidance to confrontational and aggressive behaviors. But here's the crucial part. Recognizing and understanding these emotions is the first step towards overcoming them. It's about acknowledging their presence, exploring their roots, and understanding their impact. Because believe it or not, jealousy and insecurity are not innate, they are learned. And what can be learned can also be unlearned. Understanding these emotions is the first step towards overcoming them. Now that we understand what jealousy and insecurity are, where do they stem from? This question is crucial, as it's only by digging deep and unearthing the roots of these feelings that we can begin to address them effectively. Jealousy and insecurity are often the fruits of deeper issues. They may be the offspring of a myriad of factors, including past experiences, personal insecurities, or a deep-seated fear of abandonment. Often these feelings are not about your partner's actions, but rather a reflection of your own self-perception. Let's consider past experiences. If you've been betrayed or hurt in the past, it can be easy to carry that pain into your current relationship. You might find yourself expecting the worst, even when there's no reason to. It's important to acknowledge these past experiences and understand how they influence your present emotions. Personal insecurities also play a significant role. If you're constantly comparing yourself to others or doubting your worth, these insecurities can fuel feelings of jealousy and insecurity. It's like carrying a magnifying glass, making every perceived slight or threat appear much larger than it actually is. And then there's the fear of abandonment. This fear can be so overwhelming that it triggers jealousy and insecurity, even in the most secure relationships. It's like a shadow, always lurking, ready to cast doubt and uncertainty on your relationship. Finally, let's not forget the role of low self-esteem. If you constantly question your worth, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that your partner will find someone better. This can set off a cycle of jealousy and insecurity that's hard to break. Remember, jealousy and insecurity are not simply feelings that appear out of nowhere. They're deeply rooted in our past experiences, insecurities, and fears. But the good news is that by identifying these root causes, we can start to address them. Facing these root causes can be challenging. It requires courage, self-reflection, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. But it's a necessary step if we want to overcome jealousy and insecurity. Identifying the cause helps us to tackle the problem effectively. So let's continue this journey together, with an open heart and a clear mind, ready to address these issues and build healthier, stronger relationships. Once we know the cause, how can we deal with jealousy and insecurity? The answer lies in crafting effective strategies to manage these emotions. Let's start with the bedrock of any relationship: communication. Open, honest communication with your partner is crucial in overcoming jealousy and insecurity. It's about expressing your feelings without blame or criticism, and listening with empathy and understanding. It's about saying, "I feel insecure when you spend time with your ex," instead of, "Why you should stop seeing your ex. By expressing your feelings, you're inviting your partner into your emotional world, creating a space for dialogue and understanding. But it's not only about how we communicate with others, it's also about the internal dialogue we have with ourselves. Negative thoughts can be incredibly powerful. They can distort our perception of reality and fuel our insecurities. That's why it's important to challenge these thoughts. Ask yourself, is there solid evidence to support this thought? Or am I jumping to conclusions? By questioning your negative thoughts, you can begin to see them for what they are, just thoughts, not facts. Now let's talk about self-esteem. A healthy level of self-esteem can act as a buffer against jealousy and insecurity. So, how can we enhance our self-esteem? By acknowledging our worth and celebrating our achievements, no matter how small. By being kind to ourselves and by recognizing that everyone, including us, has strengths and weaknesses. Remember, self-esteem is not something that can be built overnight. It requires patience and persistence. But the journey is worth it, for a strong sense of self-esteem not only helps in managing jealousy and insecurity, but also contributes to overall well-being. Lastly, let's explore the role of mindfulness and self-compassion in managing jealousy triggers. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about noticing when jealousy or insecurity arises, and instead of getting caught up in these feelings, simply acknowledging them, there's jealousy, or there's insecurity. By practicing mindfulness, we can create a space between ourselves and our emotions. A space where we can choose how to respond. And then there's self-compassion. It's about being gentle with ourselves when we're struggling with jealousy or insecurity. It's about acknowledging our pain and offering ourselves the same kindness and understanding that we would to a good friend. By practicing self-compassion, we can soothe our emotional distress and cultivate a sense of inner peace. In closing, remember this: developing healthy strategies is a proactive step towards eliminating jealousy and insecurity. It's about taking responsibility for our emotions and choosing to respond with understanding, kindness, and self-compassion. It's about creating a relationship where we feel secure, valued, and loved. Because at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want? So how do we build a relationship that is resilient against jealousy and insecurity? Let's dive into it. The cornerstone of a healthy relationship that can withstand the forces of jealousy and insecurity is a strong foundation. What does that mean, you might ask? Well, it all boils down to 3 essential ingredients: trust, respect, and mutual support. Trust is not just about believing that your partner won't cheat on you. It's about having faith in their actions, their words, and their intentions. It's about knowing that they have your best interests at heart, that they value your feelings, and that they're committed to the relationship as much as you are. Trust is like a safety net. It allows you to be vulnerable, to open up, and to connect deeply with your partner. It's a buffer against insecurity and a powerful antidote to jealousy. Respect, on the other hand, is about recognizing and appreciating the value of your partner. It's about treating them with kindness, understanding, and consideration. It's about acknowledging their unique qualities, their dreams, their needs, and their boundaries. When you respect your partner, you're less likely to feel threatened by them, and you're more likely to feel secure in your relationship. Mutual support is the 3rd pillar of a strong foundation. This means being there for each other, through thick and thin, through the good times and the bad. It means offering comfort when your partner is upset, celebrating their victories, listening to their concerns, and helping them overcome their challenges. Mutual support creates a sense of unity and togetherness that can help you combat feelings of jealousy and insecurity. Now let's talk about boundaries and expectations. These are like the blueprints of your relationship. They provide structure, clarity, and direction. They help you navigate the complexities of your relationship, and they reduce the potential for misunderstandings and disappointments. When you and your partner have clear boundaries and expectations, you're less likely to feel insecure or jealous because you know where you stand, you know what to expect, and you know what's expected of you. Last but not least, let's not forget about individual interests and friendships. While it's important to share common activities and to spend quality time together, it's equally important to have your own hobbies, passions, and social circles. This not only enriches your life as an individual, but also brings freshness and dynamism into your relationship. It helps you maintain your identity and autonomy, which in turn can help you feel more secure and less jealous. So there you have it, folks. Building a solid foundation for your relationship is not a one-time task, but a continuous process. It requires effort, patience, and commitment. But remember, the rewards are well worth it. A strong foundation in a relationship can help you weather the storms of jealousy and insecurity. To recap everything we've discussed, understanding jealousy and insecurity is the first step towards overcoming them. They're complex emotions, often stemming from past experiences, personal insecurities, low self-esteem, or even a fear of abandonment. Identifying these root causes is key. This requires self-reflection, introspection, and sometimes the courage to delve into parts of ourselves we'd rather not confront. But remember, this journey of exploration is a crucial part of the healing process. Developing healthy strategies to combat these feelings is the next step. Open and honest communication with your partner, challenging negative thoughts, and boosting your self-esteem are all effective ways to manage these emotions. Mindfulness and self-compassion can also play a significant role in managing triggers. Lastly, building a strong foundation in your relationship is vital. This includes fostering trust, respect, mutual support, clear boundaries, and maintaining individual interests and friendships. Remember, it's okay to feel jealous or insecure sometimes. What matters is how we handle these feelings and ensure they don't harm our relationships.